Hello, it's Friday, the 2nd of April. Cheers, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. I am elated because it's Bandcamp Friday. Didn't even make it till Friday. And these have all sold. They go out today. I am about to sell out. I checked my house. I thought I had a stash. I don't. And now I remember what I did with the stash. I sold it. I have five copies left of this as I make this video. Thank you, England, and thank you, Australia, for wanting this music enough to pay that ridiculous postage. It's ridiculous. You pay more for the postage than for the record to get it overseas from the United States. Thank you. But I'm telling you, if you want this, and it's worth it, 5 copies left, okay? And it's Bandcamp Friday. I need to talk about that before I talk about any other records. So, in looking at what I have for sale, besides digital, the Nice album is the only vinyl that I have any stock of. I have some extra copies that are mine that are not for sale. But when it comes to CDs, this is available. The World is Burning. I like to show the big version of it because I really like that painting. But when you order that through my Bandcamp site, the order goes directly to the record label owner in Pittsburgh, and he'll fill your order. This is about sold out. He has maybe 50 copies of that CD left. So, at the beginning of 2020, I made 100 copies of this CD called 2020. And they pretty much sold right away. I held a few copies back, and I looked and saw what I have. Made sure I had one for myself, but I have 3 of these. So you can go to Bandcamp and look up Dereck Higgins 2020, and you'll see there's 3 copies left of this. So you can buy this today. Dereck 2 is still available. I have the most copies of that available. The collaborations that I've done. Ear Sculpture #1 was Brett Harold Hart. I've got about 5 copies of this left. Okay, and I'm not sure that I have this on my Bandcamp site, but I think that Brett does, so I'll give the link to that. That's Ear Sculpture #1. I have a few of those. It looks like I've got 1 Ear Sculpture #2 left. These are still sealed. No, I've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, I've got 3 of these left with Brett Harold Hart. The album I made with Arion, Virgo. It's got vocals. There's a bit of hip-hop feel on this. Me with Arion. These are almost gone. You know, over time, it's like, over time, things, what am I trying to say? I'm thinking about Gordon Lightfoot. I don't know if you ever heard this story. But back, I think in the early 60s, Gordon Lightfoot, his records stopped selling, and they were basically starting to cut out. In other words, they're starting to build up in the warehouse. And so they were being resold cheaply to warehouses. The story goes that this incensed a young Gordon Lightfoot so much that it's to my understanding that he either bought pallets of his own album from the warehouses and destroyed them rather than have them go out or just sit around, really. That was really, I think that's what it was. It incensed him. And what I'm just trying to say is sometimes you feel like your records are going to be sitting around forever, and then the next thing you know, they're gone. For example, Nice. When I made this was like the way that it all went down. It's a long story, but then it ended up feeling like that this one would not sell and that I'd have it forever, and now it's almost gone. And as I'm looking in this little box here, I'm finding a few more copies of Ear Sculptures 1 and 2. And here's one that was really overlooked, I think because of the cover didn't come out good. This is a soundtrack to a independent movie I made, Life After X. Yeah, it's supposed to look like a condom pack, which it went over my head the whole time I'm working on the movie. See, but this has some really good music on it. I've got about 10 of these. Oh, don't say that. About maybe 8 or 9 of these. You like that beautiful music that I've been sharing with you? There's some of it on here. Okay? So I need to do that. I need to do this business, okay? I also see that people are pre-ordering my new album. I don't see those sales figures. That goes directly to the record company. But this whole endeavor is very exciting to me. Very exciting. Records and music are a balm for the soul, and I've been listening to a lot of stuff out of my collection just all over the place. A lot of old stuff. Spirit. Clear Spirit. Man, this is good. The whole album. I listened to the other album, the Family That Stays Together. Hadn't listened to this for a while. Bel Canto, I believe they're from Belgium. Dreaming Girl. This is a 12-inch single, but some beautiful singing on here. Davo, who was in the band The Neon Judgment. This is a 12-inch single of his I've had forever. It's a trashy sound. I think this is not more interesting, but I find it interesting, the European take on the Velvet Underground school of rock. That's where this is coming from. But it doesn't sound American, and to me it sounds better. There's something really cool about this. They're hardly known about. I got this out to play, Maxayn. Bail Out for Fun. Do y'all know this record? You ever see it out? Maxayn, Hank Red. These are people from Omaha. They're not like my friends that come over for coffee or a beer, but this is my crew. These are people I grow up, and we do consider ourselves friends and peers. Hank Red in particular, who also worked with Stevie Wonder and wrote the hit "Free" by Denise Williams. But I just got to be free. My friend Hank Red wrote that. So, yeah, I love it. Yeah, I'm digging the energy of what's happening with my shit. I'm digging it, I am. Someone sent this to me a while back, and it's taken a while. Aaron Martin, Worried About the Fire. This is, it's a mixture of ambient, contemporary. I say classical because he's using his strings, like a string section, but it's not purely ambient. This is good. Excuse me, a little creepy. It's good though. One more. Now here's where my record collection it has surprises waiting for me. I will sometimes look up records that I haven't played for a while just to see what they're doing on the market. And here's one that surprised me. I'm glad I kept it though. Frank Harris with Maria Marquez. Frank Harris is a name behind the scenes in the music and film industry. Okay, and this is a 12-inch single that he made called "In a Minor Mode," released on Ralph Records, which is very interesting. Ralph Records is the label that was started by The Residents. And you know that The Residents and what they basically put on that label is pretty quirky. This is not quirky at all. It's blue vinyl. It's kind of a new wave sound. It's really good. The first song on here, Urban Gorilla, I had to play it like 3 times because it was like that catchy. But then I was kind of curious as I was listening to it and thinking about, and I looked up Frank because I said, how did he get on Ralph Records? And then I see that this single is going for $150 minimum. I'm saying, wow. I love when I find out stuff like that. That's not why I collect, but it's fun. It's fun stuff. Some more stuff sitting out to play because I haven't gotten to it yet. I love all kinds of stuff, folks. Lindisfarne, Fog on the Tyne. You know, I've never been to England, and some people might scratch their heads and say, what is this guy doing getting into this stuff? It's all English, you know, and there's nothing about Omaha, Nebraska about this music. It's partly why I like it. It's very tuneful, but it takes me away. I like that a lot. And then another old band I've been listening to that, I had them out, but I put them away, Vanilla Fudge. Holy shit, I was having an epiphany listening to a Vanilla Fudge yesterday, Renaissance. Those guys were pioneers. They don't get the recognition they deserve. Vanilla Fudge. But out of Vanilla Fudge, Cactus came with Carmen Apice. Used to be Carmen Apice. He said, well, whatever you want to call me. Good hard rocking album. Okay, folks, I'm going to put my shoes on and get down to the post office with this first batch. Like I said, I'll say it again, very happily. This is your last chance to get this album. Have a good weekend.